Hello, hello, hello. JLR Investigates. Come on in, everyone. Got some breaking news right here. There has been a serious situation going on in Pennsylvania that just happened. Donald Trump just got shot at his rally, and here are some first images on what happened. And this is very scary. We don't play politics on JLR Investigates, but this is a serious matter. He got hit today. He got hit today in the ear. Come on in, everyone. We're gonna talk and see what in the world's going on. I actually have some video footage I'm going to share with all of you. So he was speaking at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, and I'm getting information, but we're gonna see what's going on. Apparently, the rally has been suspended and postponed. This is very scary, folks. Some guy pulled out a gun. I'm assuming it's a guy. They haven't really identified the person that did this, and started firing shots. And shots were fired all over the place. So we're going to talk about what in the world happened here. I'm pulling it up. I got video clips here. Magnolia is going to continue to give me clips in the chat here. This is very scary, folks. We are in a very violent time right now, a very scary time. Again, we don't like to play politics on the channel, but this is definitely true crime. What's going on here with this particular situation. So here we go. I'm going to play the clip right here. I'm going to get the clip because there's some wild stuff that happened. He was speaking. Let me get this for a second and get this. Okay, I'm going to play this particular clip right here. He's speaking, right? And then somebody fires shots. So let's go. Let's go with what's happening here. Come on in. This has just broken probably about 10 minutes ago, folks. 10 minutes ago. So this is what happens. He was at a rally. He was at a rally here. And let's see.
Take a look at what happened.
He was hit.
Move his spear. Hold. When you're ready. On you.
Ready?
Move.
Up.
Move.
Go. Hawkeye's here. Hawkeye's here. Move it to the spear, get ready. Spear, get ready.
You ready? Are we good? Shooter's down. Are we good to move?
We're good to move.
Let's move.
We're clear. Let me get my shoes.
I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes, sir.
Hold that in your head, the body.
So we gotta move to the bus. Let me get my shoes. Okay, let's shoot down.
Watch out.
Wait.
He said, fight. Oh my God, folks. This hate has to stop. This hate has to stop. Whoever you agree with politically or disagree with, this is not the way. This is not the way.
You see something that said, take a look at what happened.
I'm going to play it again on this angle.
You see something that said, take a look at what happened. You see something that said.
All right, so let me get some more information and get some information of what's being put out there, folks. on the news out here. He looks like he's okay, but definitely blood. Apparently, he got shot in the ear. So this person that's fired, I heard multiple shots. We'll get an understanding here of what exactly happened. The news is reporting this. The news is reporting this. Come on in, folks. So they're saying Trump was rushed off the stage. Breaking news. I'm getting it right here, right now. They're saying he's been rushed off the stage as bangs were heard. Former President Donald Trump was swarmed by Secret Service agents and rushed off stage as bangs were heard during a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. Butler, Pennsylvania. On Saturday, Trump began his speech at 6 p.m. So right now it is 6:44 p.m. Eastern. He began his speech at 6 p.m. and was only shortly into his speech when a disturbance caused Secret Service to swarm the former president. He was then led off the stage quickly, pumping his fist. There appears to be blood on the right side of his ear as he was been taken off the stage. Heavily armed security personnel got on a stage as he was led off. And let me spin the camera around, show you different angles here of what in the world happened here. This is the photo I showed you, and then here's the additional photo they're showing from the back here. So he was on stage. This is a huge developing story. This is unreal. This is unreal. This is one of those type of JFK, Abraham Lincoln type moments here, folks. I'm very, very concerned about here what happened here and try to get an understanding of what's going on. They hit him. They hit him, folks. They hit him. And it could have been much, much, much worse. No matter how you feel about anyone out there, this is not the answer. This is not the answer. And gunfire breaks out. I want to see how many shots were actually fired. But, millions were watching and thousands were at this rally. Thank God it looks like others were not hurt. But man, this is wild. So let me just get some more information as we go along here to try to understand. Shots fired at Trump rally, character assassination. They're saying assassination. They're saying it was an assassination attempt. And then this is going to kick it up a notch on our division in this country. This is really bad. I don't know if you guys understand what happened here and how bad it is. I don't know if you guys...
That's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's sad, take a look at what happened.
Well, that guesses back to one of them. That's been in Florida.
All right, I gotta clear the screens here. Again, for people who are coming in, let me show you what happened today. We're going to get an understanding. We're going to wait for a press conference. There should be a press conference any second.
They see something that's sad, take a look at what happened. They see something that's sad, take a look at what happened.
I don't know if Magnolia's in the chat. Magnolia, could you do you mind sending me a clip with him holding up his fist when he's done? If you give me that full clip. I think that was a shorter version here. But there's not much information coming out. It's slowly coming out. This is literally just happened probably about 20 minutes ago here. So we're trying to get an understanding of what in the world happened. Okay, NBC News just reports right here. Secret Service rushes Trump off stage after popping noises heard at his Pennsylvania rally. It was definitely a gun. It was definitely a gun, and it caused him, you heard the gunshots, and it caused him to have blood on his face. Let me just try to get this in closely. As you see, there is blood on his face, and he addressed the crowd, and he actually put his fist up, from the crowd. Magnolia just sent me another video. We're going to play another video shortly, but I just want to get some information here as this is unfolding. President Donald Trump, former president, was rushed off the stage at his rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. Butler, Pennsylvania is in western Pennsylvania. It is near Pittsburgh. Trump was speaking when he reached out for the side of his face as popping sounds rang out over the rally. He then crouched down and Secret Service agents rushed the stage and surrounded him. Screams from the audience rang out as the scene unfolded. President Joe Biden, who is in Delaware for the weekend, has been briefed on the situation. See, there's going to have to be a statement here by all parties. There's going to be some statements here. There's going to be some serious ramifications. They're also saying the gunman possibly could not be alive right now. Somebody, the way the crowds are saying it is the gunman, the gun person, has been shot himself. That's the way I see it right here, but I'm trying to get more information. I'm assuming it's a man that did this. You know, how they got a gun. How they got a gun inside the rally here is whole another scenario. You know, I'm not going to lie. A lot of you probably know I've been to rallies, political rallies. I've done political, work. I've been on rallies and stuff. So I have been to Trump rallies before in the past. And I know when you go to a Trump rally, you have to go through the metal detectors in the front. Usually they have their rallies. They'll have fencing all around the perimeters. So you really can't sneak in with a gun unless you really might have somebody in the inside. This could be an inside job. This could be, who knows, how someone was able to get a gun inside a Trump rally is going to remain a mystery too, because everyone is going through metal detectors and Secret Service as they go into these rallies and you go through. So it seems like someone was up front close too. Is this somebody that had access? Is this someone that stole some credentials to get in? Is this someone posing as someone else in a costume? What could this be? And how did somebody get into a rally with a gun? And here's a lots of other questions. What's going to happen at this point moving forward? Is this going to is he going to stop the rallies? Is he going to stop? Here's another photo. Here, check this photo out right here. This is another one. He raised his fist. Look at that, folks. And you can see right on his face there's blood. It looks like he was shot right there in the ear. I mean, think about this, folks. This could have been very, very bad. Just a few inches away, you would have had him in the face or heart. Oh my gosh, this is very, very scary. But he puts his fist up to a cheering crowd. It looks like the upper right ear. Upper right ear here. And again, this is a fluid situation, so just stay with me here so we can get out some information and get this get the facts out as this is unfolding, because this is now it seems like it happened about 30 minutes ago. 30 minutes ago, the tweets has started. Approximately 31 minutes ago, the tweets. Let me see what Magnolia said in the chat. Okay, here we go. Maybe I'll get Magnolia in and call Magnolia and she can fill me in on some information that she's gathered. So he puts his fist up. Which is very, very wow. It's kind of like I don't even, All right, so according to Brian Enton, we're going to read a tweet from President Trump. Thanks law enforcement and first responders for their quick action during this heinous act. He is fine and is being checked out at a local medical facility. More details to come, his communication director said. So he's in the hospital. He's at a local, he's being checked at a local medical facility. So he looks like he's going to be fine. He got up on it, he got taken down by Secret Service that basically shielded him. And you got to give kudos to Secret Service because that's what they're paid to do. That's what they're required to do. And as these shots rang out, you could see Secret Service coming in from all different angles, and they more or less tackled Trump. And actually, I'm sure the Secret Service themselves has bulletproof vests, but they cocoon him. They actually put him down and then they hold them down, and they keep them down until the threat assessment eases. Here's another photo. Here, I'm going to show you. Hold on, I'm going to show you another photo here. This one's kind of blurry, but this one's probably the best photo that's out there right now of this situation. So if you so people are reporting that some other people were hit, but I don't know. Let me get some information here to the stands and find out here if anyone else was I mean, it'll never be another guy like this, I don't think, like, in far as, like, this is wild. That's what people are saying. I'm reading what people are saying. There's a lot of division. Again, however you feel politically about an individual, no one should be celebrating this at all. No one should be celebrating this. This is despicable. This is disgusting. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter who it is. This is very, very, very bad, folks, on what just happened here. And but he's alive. He's alive. He's alive. So this is all coming through. Let me just see again what breaks again on the news cycle. Let me get Magnolia into the chat, and maybe she can fill in some information while I'm sharing of what she knows. Let me get Magnolia into the chat, and then she can fill me in on what she's learned thus far, because she's scouring around the net for information too on what happened. Get her in. Let's see. She might not be available. But for some reason, the Wi-Fi calling's not working. It's very, very strange. Okay, it's not working. It's not working. Okay. Well, here we go. So let's see. All right, The Guardian says, let's see The Guardian. The Guardian is saying Donald Trump rushed off the stage at a rally after sounds of gunshots ring out. Shots fired, blood. But I'm trying to figure out, Trump spokesman Stephen Chung said in a statement that the former president is being assessed at a local medical facility. So again, we're in a fluid situation here, and I'm seeing if there's any more like press conferences or anything that we can share and talk about. But you're hearing this now, it's breaking out. Like, this is literally going viral, and like every single tweet now is just talking about this. Every single tweet is talking about this particular incident here. And I'll play it again, folks, for people that are just jumping in the chat. Let me get it down to the full clip from him talking all the way to what happened here. And then here, we'll do this. Play it again for people coming in the chat. What in the world happened here in Pennsylvania? What happened here?
They see something that said, take a look at what happened. Oh. They see something that said, take a look at what happened. Oh.
What in the world happened? Why would somebody do this? Was this was this just one of those Lee Harvey Oswald type of persons that just doesn't like a certain individual? Why would an individual do this? Why would an individual do this and do this to somebody? You know, are they trying to be famous? Were they paid? Was this a terrorist attack? Was this a terrorist attack? A plot? Because again, folks, how in the world does someone get a gun into a Trump rally that is surrounded by lots and lots of law enforcement, sheriffs, Secret Service? They got people on the rooftops. How in the world could this have happened, folks? Please. And a lot of people were there. They say the estimated crowd was 10,000 people there. 10,000 people. Someone snuck in. Someone planted a gun there. Someone handed a gun off. Or is it an inside job? Is this a rogue person? Is this a person that was able to get a gun in there for whatever reasons? Look at this crowd, folks. I just want to turn this around and show you this crowd here, because this is how many people were there. There was lots and lots and lots of people there, folks. There was thousands there. Let me turn up the volume and get this going here, right here.
To our country, probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened. Oh.
What's crazy is this guy right here. He's known as JFK, believe it or not. His name is Vincent Fuchsia. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him, but he's like the JFK. He claims he's JFK's relative or whatever. He's coincidentally in back of him.
To our country, probably 20 million.
All right, so you know, the news is very slow on this. The news is very slow on this right now. It's out, but there's no much details. Let me see what we got. Let's see. All right, so somebody said, here's the question. Now this has been presented to me. They're saying that Joe Biden put out a something recently, a statement out a few days ago. Joe Biden, President of the United States, and Biden said, I have one job, and that's to beat Donald Trump. I'm absolutely certain I'm the best person to be able to do that. So we're done talking about the debate. It's time to put Trump in a bullseye. That's what Biden said 5 days ago. Biden said 5 days ago, and they're posting this. Politico has a statement that they posted that Biden made 5 days ago. I have one job, and that's to beat Donald Trump. I'm absolutely certain I'm the best person to be able to do that. So we're not done talking about the debate. It's time to put Trump in a bullseye. Wow, was that a dog whistle call? Was that a dog whistle call by Joe Biden to get his followers or his people to do some harm to the former president of the United States? Again, we're not playing politics on this. We're just sharing of what is actually going on here with this. And even Elon Musk just tweeted out. Elon Musk from Twitter. Just said this. Elon Musk just tweeted this out a few minutes ago. Right here. Elon Musk. He tweeted this out a few minutes ago. Elon Musk. I fully endorse President Trump and hope for his rapid recovery. He said fight. Did you see his lips? Did you see his lips? His lips said fight. He said fight, fight, fight. Unbelievable, folks. He said fight. He put up his, this is the photo. This is a photo. This is going to be a legendary photo for real. I mean, in the future of these things. He put up his fist and he said fight, fight. So, yeah, we're getting more information as we come across here. Magnolia sent me info. And, yeah. Last time America had a candidate this tough was Theodore Roosevelt. And this is what Elon Musk just tweeted out. Last time America had a candidate this tough was Theodore Roosevelt. I mean, the guy got shot. And while he got shot and was taken down by Secret Service, the guy comes up and puts his fists up with blood on his face and tells people to fight. What in the world is going on here in this world right now? Like, we are in a very, just with the world stuff that we're covering, the true crime that we cover on JLR Investigates, with the crime all over the streets. I've been to the border. I've personally told you and can attest that the border is out of control. You guys seen my live feeds. We've been covering mass shootings in all these cities that continue to happen. To me, the crime is going up. To me, the country is literally seems like it's out of control. And could this be a moment here? You know, this for something something else bad to happen. I hope not. I really don't. You know, I'm not calling for any civil war. I'm not calling for anything like that, man. I'm a peaceful guy, right? But we have to call it what it is. It is we are in some times I don't think any of us has ever seen in our lifetimes. Literally, this is the worst I've ever seen. This is the worst of just the division. The division between everybody is just at an all-time high. And, you know, the stakes are as high as ever. I can't get that clip, Magnolia, because it's limited. It's limited. The clip there is limited. So if you can copy it for me, Magnolia, I can't view it. I can't view it. So I don't know. It says unable to view. So if you could get that clip and put it in the chat, Magnolia, appreciate that. Thank you. Magnolia's working the chat hard here to find out, so we can find out what, you know, is going on and what's transpiring. Apparently, what they're saying is a shooter is down. A shooter is down. So I don't believe there's other victims right now, but we're trying to figure this out in real time of what's going on. Wow, folks. Unbelievable. Unbelievable that this would even happen, right? Trump is, you know, he's running for president of the United States, as some of you might or might not know. He is born in 1946. He's 78 years old. He was born in New York City. He was holding a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. And then this happened. Butler, Pennsylvania, and then this happened.
Something that said, take a look at what happened. They see something that said, take a look at what happened. They see something that said, take a look at what happened.
All right, so let me show you something else here. Let me show you a different angle. I'm going to show you a different angle, folks. This is scary. This is scary. This is another angle. This is the full version of this is the stand here. Trump's on stage here. What's going on here? Let's see what.
Are we good? Shooters down. Are we good to move? Let's go. Are we good?
Shooters down.
Are we good to move? Let's go.
All right, so apparently they're saying that the shooter is down. Apparently they're saying the shooter's down. Magnolia sent me a video here. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Wow, folks, let's watch that one more time. See the gunman on there, the stage too? Wow, folks. He said, fight, fight, fight. This is unbelievable. How did this happen? Why did this happen? All right, so let's see what else is being circulated. Let's get some info. Let's find out more about the shooter in real time. Let's find out what they're saying. Again, we're looking at about 45 minutes into this terrible, terrible tragedy that just happened in Butler, Pennsylvania. It is unclear if suspect is in custody, according to NBC News, but people are reporting on Twitter that there was talk and saying the shooter was down, or the shooter is down. So who will this shooter be? And will it be someone that was able to get access to, a gun inside a rally? To have a gun in a rally, folks, to me, it's like, whoa, there's been serious breach of security. Things have been compromised. I'm trying, man. Here's another photo. Let me get this photo up. Daily Mail got a photo here. Here's another one here. Look at this right here. Look at this photo right here. Look at this photo. So he got his fist. Did someone plant a gun there? Now, this is his chief Secret Service guy right here. This guy, if you ever see Trump walking around anywhere since, he's been out of office, this guy is his right-hand flank. This guy's with him everywhere. Everywhere. But as soon as he gets shot, he goes up there and he, shares this image with his fist up. Now, blood, people say the chin. People say he might have got shot there too. But I'm not so sure. But it looks like it's at the very least his ear. The upper ear here. It could have been very, very, look at this. It's like, look at the ear. I think it's the ear. I think it's the top ear right here on what happened. Wow, folks. This is scary times. Why does these things keep happening? And how? Phil Holloway, I don't know who this guy is, but he said this. This is what was tweeted. Magnolia's going to keep giving me information as it comes through. There's no way the crowd didn't rip the shooter from limb to limb. Yeah, I wonder where this person was within the crowd, and did the crowd get to the shooter? That remains to be seen. 4 shots in just a grazed ear. I mean, I don't want to sit there and say, is this a false flag? Is this a psyops? Could this be a psyops? We don't like conspiracies on JLR Investigates, but we're open-minded to theories, right? We're open-minded to theories here. Right before the Republican convention, was there something more to this? Is there something more to this? This is just, it's so awful because, I mean, it could have hit him in the eye. It could have, done, this could have been much, 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 much worse than what, we see here. Donald Trump rushed off the stage. I'm reading reports, so stay with me here. I'm going to try to get some information. If you guys have some information, please share in the chat. We are watching in real time here what just happened in Butler, Pennsylvania. Let me go over here. Let me look on the map here and just show you where Butler is, relative to where this incident happened. So he holds rallies. He holds rallies all over the place. He holds rallies, all in cities around and communities. He does these rallies rallies, you know, where thousands go to his rallies, right? They're usually no less than 5,000-10,000 go to his rallies. They're always packed to capacity. And Butler, Pennsylvania, which is like right here. It's northeast of Pittsburgh. It's northeast of Pittsburgh. Here's Butler, Pennsylvania. This is where it's just north. It's just north. Just north of, so here we go. Here's Butler, Pennsylvania. Here is Pittsburgh. So it's like pretty much north of Pittsburgh here. And it's where the red dot is. So we're just showing you on the map what we're looking at. So this is where this incident happened. Far western Pennsylvania. Just north of Pittsburgh. Butler, Pennsylvania. Here you go. Butler, Pennsylvania. So happened at Butler, Pennsylvania. I'll find out the actual venue location shortly. But yeah, this is wild stuff. This is wild stuff, folks. Come on in. JLR Investigates. We are covering this terrible, terrible tragedy that occurred. Okay, here we go. We got some information about the shooter. We got information about the shooter. According to raw reports, says county prosecutor has confirmed that one person has been killed in the shooting at a Trump rally. The former president is safe at an undisclosed location. Oh my gosh, folks. So someone, now let's pray and hope. Let's pray and hope that it's not a bystander or a rally attendee or a Secret Service agent or a law enforcement officer. Let's pray that, everyone is safe there. And this one person here, whoever did this, is the shooter. Hopefully it's the shooter, right? It's the shooter. But, we'll get the identity. We'll get the name of the shooter on JLR Investigates. We'll do deep dives. As soon as the shooter's name gets identified, everybody's going to want to know who this person is and why. And, again, I've attended these rallies, both sides. I've attended all political candidates. Before I was doing true crime, I was into politics as far as covering politics. And I've been to these rallies. And it's scary. It's scary that someone could have so much hate towards a political person that you would resort to violence. You might not agree with politicians, and we call out politicians a lot on JLR Investigates. You might not agree with certain policies, but to do this, to just pull out a gun and do harm to somebody is just... So apparently this is him being rushed to law. This is to a hospital. Here's some law enforcement response. Let me see what this is. That's Trump and his entourage being rushed to the hospital. Wow. Let's play again. Wow, folks. All right, let me get this up here. We're going to play this again. We're going to play it on here. I'll put the screen. This is just unreal, folks. JLR Investigates. Come on in. So this was the law enforcement response. Play that again. Folks, so he's being rushed. He's okay in the hospital. So that's the news that we heard. He's alive. So whoever tried to do this, I'm assuming that the person tried to do, he had blood on his face. He was rushed to the hospital. But yeah, this is a wild statement that Biden put out just a couple days ago about Trump, a bullseye on Trump. So yeah, this is a really, really big deal, folks. They're saying the subject is down. Let's see, suspect. Let me just put suspect. They're not identifying who this person is, but everyone's asking who it is. Who is it? Okay, so here we go. County prosecutor says 2 people. County prosecutor says 2 people killed now. What's going on here? All right, so we might have some info about this shooter, but I don't know. This could be a troll. We don't know. It's coming from an account called Clown World, but it's saying break-in. Butler Police Department confirms the arrest of Trump shooter identified as Mark Violets, a known Antifa extremist. He uploaded a video on YouTube before the attack claiming justice was coming. Mark Violets. Mark Violets. Who is Mark Violets? Who is Mark Violets? Mark Violets. Does anyone know Mark Violets? Let's see. Let me take this name and put it in here and try to see if we can get more information. Who is Mark Violets? Who is Mark Violets? Mark Violets. I'm gonna put Mark Violets' name in here and see if we can find out who Mark Violets is. Has anyone ever heard of Mark Violets? Some of these people, this guy apparently put a, let me see, Mark Violets. 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 All right, so they keep posting that there's this guy named Mark Violets, but I don't know where he apparently put a YouTube video. But I don't know how the truth to that. A person in the chat named Mark Violets. So what do we got on Mark Violets? Let's look. Mark Violets. People are saying Mark Violets. Mark Violets. This guy right here. But you know, again, there's no confirmation. I'm just saying what, if you go on Twitter right now, this guy's name is being thrown around. I mean, they're throwing this guy's name around. Let me just show you a point. They're throwing this guy's name around. Mark Violets. Mark Violets. If you go to Twitter, what do we got here? What do we got? No volume to this. Oh, look. What in the world was that? Look at that, folks. Okay, supposedly they were taking somebody out. Okay, let me freeze that. Let me freeze this moment right here. Let me get to this part here so we can see. It's hard to see. Okay, somebody. Well, they're definitely taking somebody out. Look, he has something wrapped around, and he was in the stands. But now they're reporting 2. Now I'm reporting 2 people killed. I see an arm. I see an arm. Let me see. 2 people. Everybody keeps saying it's the Mark Violets. Let me see. 2 killed. Let me get more confirmation here. County prosecutor says 2 people killed. That's what they're reporting. Newsmax reports that a local TV in Trump rally area says that 2 people were killed, including the shooter. 2 people. Wow, man, this could have been much, much worse. Trump was grazed by a bullet. So it was the shooter. I'm assuming the shooter, that was the law enforcement, unless the shooter, did a self-inflicted gunshot to themselves. One of those missions where they did that. But they're putting this information out again as this guy right here, as this guy did it. Mark, they say Violets. His name is Violets. Mark Violets. Mark Violets. Mark Violets. But yeah, this is, I mean, they said that he's a known Antifa extremist.
A known Antifa. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with Antifa. If you're not, just Google.
So now we got 3. People said in the chat 3. Are we talking 3? We're again, this is all fluid, so nothing is accurate here until we start getting some information here. Just keep me informed here. Trump, I'll just put Trump. I'll put 3. Let me see if anyone says 3. I do not see 3. I see. They said about 3 or 4 shots. They're saying 3 or 4 shots, but they're not saying. So far, the reports are 2 dead, including the gunman, and Trump injured, but he's fine. And let me just show you this again for people that are just coming in. We're Mark Violets. Who in the world is Mark Violets? We are searching and trying to get an understanding who Mark Violets is. Matter of fact, I'm going to go on Facebook right here and see if I can find Mark Violets, because I never heard that name before, and probably most of you have never, but we might be hearing this guy's name more often. He could have left a manifesto or some sort of craziness. Apparently he went on YouTube. Mark Violets, I-O-L-E-T-S, Mark Violets. Mark Violets. So Fox, what's this news? Media. Okay, so here's what they're saying. Fox 360 News is saying it's a Mark Violets. That's what they're saying. They're saying it's a Mark Violets. Per the Butler Police Department, the Trump shooter has been arrested and at the scene has been identified as Mark Violets. Wow. Wow. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Mark Violets. It's always a manifesto, right? Always. Trump is in the hospital right now, assuming it's the local hospital. Trying to, let's see if this guy has, Mark Violets has any type of, I never heard of him. He doesn't have any social media presence. Now, people are saying he was on YouTube, making something and put it out on YouTube. If you guys know anything about that, about him putting out, if you guys have a link or something that you could share in the chat so we can share it, I would really, really appreciate that. Trump safe after what sounded like gunshots at a rally. So New York Times is saying, not even saying it was guns. They're saying what sounded like gunshots, which is interesting reporting, right? The New York Times is saying Trump's safe after what sounded like gunshots at a rally, which is interesting. That's an interesting way to report it by the New York Times. They say, live election updates, Trump safe after what sounded like gunshots. So what's going on here? Sounded like gunshots. Are they saying that it could not be gunshots? Is that what they're saying? Or they're not going to go as far as the New York Times? I mean, I'm not too happy about the New York Times and any type of reporting. You guys might feel the same. New York Times is, to me, is garbage reporting. But you might have your opinions on the New York Times. But here,
you see something that said, take a look at what happened. Oh.
Matter of fact, I should get Magnolia in the chat. Magnolia, is that okay to get you in the chat to talk a little bit about Antifa, about the experiences about Antifa, and a little bit about them, since people are circulating about Antifa as being the response, the parties responsible for here. Magnolia has been undercover in Antifa rallies and Antifa movements before. Maybe I'll have her come in and she can talk a little bit about the Antifa movement. Yeah, I'm gonna get Magnolia in here a minute, and she's gonna talk about Antifa, because they're saying they're circulating that Antifa are the people here involved. So let's get because Magnolia knows a lot about the Antifa and about these different groups, these different faction groups. Magnolia.
Hey.
Thank you. So tell us about Antifa a little bit.
Yeah, I saw some people in the chat say that they're anti-gun. They're not anti-gun. Some of them may be anti-gun, but in general, I wouldn't say that they are. I infiltrated one of their groups several years ago. One of their groups, one of the militia wings of Antifa.
Would that be Redneck Revolt?
Yeah, it was Redneck Revolt. They very much believe in guns. They have a stance that there are more guns in America than people, and we can never get rid of guns fully. So their belief is that everyone should have a gun, especially marginalized communities. That's their stance. So the group I was in, their whole thing was guns, shooting on the range. I had to go to a gun range with them as part of my initiation. It was very scary being around them with guns. But, so Antifa, when they have these rallies, when they do these big rallies that you see, we can just take Chaz, for example, the place up in, where was that at?
Seattle.
Back in 2020?
Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle.
Chaz.
The Chaz, where they popped up this little movement or whatever. A lot of them, they live in kind of like a communal type mindset where, you bring food and someone, if they need the food, they take the food, they community garden, they do their thing. But at the same time, they always have a group of people like the John Brown Gun Club, aka Redneck Revolt, who are the armed people that serve as security for their rallies. So there is a certain faction of Antifa that is definitely pro-gun, Second Amendment, and they believe it's their right to defend themselves.
Yeah, so what goes on in these Antifa groups, Magnolia?
Well, they,
talk about initiation and the different things that you learned with this.
Yeah, the group that I was in, they're very, in general, the Antifa, they're very secretive, they're very paranoid to the extreme. So, they use exclusively apps like WhatsApp or Signal to communicate. Typically it's Signal is what they normally use. They go out of their way above and beyond to be secretive, off the grid. They don't want anybody knowing what they're doing. The meetings are very secretive. You can't just show up at an Antifa meeting. You have to basically be vouched for. There's a process for it. So, and they train people. So they train people in street combat, and they go out there and they do these quote unquote rallies. But, a lot of the times they're just looking for a fight, and they're trying to fight with people. And typically they'll fight with members of like the Proud Boys. So the Proud Boys are basically a street gang, except they're on the other end of the spectrum politically. But, so they go out there and they do their thing. So anyway, but yeah, they're very secretive. They use social media a lot of times to organize things that they're trying to do, these different direct actions, as they call them. So, early reports are saying that that's who this guy is. So it sounds as if he's probably one of the far left extremist type version of Antifa, because they're not all into guns, but there is this one faction that is.
So, would he have came from another state to go there to do that, or do you think he's a local Antifa from the Pennsylvania area? What I've noticed, and I say that because I've covered rally or the violence in Charlottesville in 2017. I was there, right in the streets, and they come from all over the place. When the Antifa, even the far right and the far left at Charlottesville, they all came in from cities all across the United States to meet there, for a battle.
Yeah, they definitely travel. And we've seen evidence of that, where I remember several years ago, there was like a van that they were hiding in, and they definitely travel to different states. And their goal is to make their actions seem organic.
Mm-hmm.
Only it's highly organized. So now the reports that I've been seeing on this incident is they're saying there could have been 2 shooters.
2 shooters.
It seems like there might have been another person involved, possibly. So we'll have to see. It's definitely a fluid situation, but I keep seeing all different things. I've also seen reports that some reports that the shooter has been arrested, and I've seen other reports that the shooter is dead.
Here, stay with me. Stay with me right here. Don't go anywhere. I want to play this clip right here. Stay with me, Magnolia. So this is somebody says, emergency room doctor I spoke with tried to save someone's life in the crowd. Let's see what we got here.
Hunter, that's exactly where I heard him come from.
What did you see, sir?
I heard the shots. I thought it was firecrackers to begin with. Somebody over there was screaming, he's been shot, he's been shot. So I made my way over. I said, I'm an emergency department physician. Let me help you. The guy had spun around and was jammed between the benches. He had a headshot here. There was lots of blood, and he had brain matter there. And so I got him. There's a helicopter coming in to get him. So I got people there really helpful. I got him up on the bench. Then I did CPR, did chest compressions, as well as I breathed for him.
One person.
I was the only one that did it.
We need to evacuate everybody. Hunter, that's...
All right, so they're evacuating people. He said he was explaining a little bit about what he did. Apparently, he responded. Somebody said he talked about brain matter. Scary stuff, right?
Yeah, it sounds like, it sounds like there are multiple injuries here, and it almost seems like this is not just an assassination attempt, but possibly a mass shooting too. If multiple people were shot here.
Yeah, I mean, because the Antifa would definitely not only want to target Trump, but you would think that they would want to target Trump supporters too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So is there any way this could have been maybe a terroristic attack?
Well, I think it's definitely a terrorist attack. It's just what your definition of terrorist is, I guess, but I consider this a terror attack by Antifa. I personally consider Antifa a terrorist organization. So, yes, I would say it's a terrorist attack.
So as far as in these Antifa groups and stuff like that, I mean, what are the age of these individuals? Like how old are they?
Of which ones?
Of Antifa, like in these groups.
Oh, they're almost exclusively in their 20s. Almost exclusively. And the reason for that is, one thing that I learned, and it wasn't just the one group that I was in. I spent years investigating these groups, and I've been to probably every rally you can think of. I've been around these people. There was another group I was embedded with for quite a while. They're just very far off the spectrum as far as politics. They essentially don't believe in the government at all. They don't believe in voting. They don't, they're very extreme. So
now let me ask you something. Now I got to take you back. Does anyone understand this? Because there's a video of the shooter that was just posted at 6:52 p.m. Is this really the shooter or not? So let me spin the camera around. Stay with me. But we got this now. We got this, and I don't know what this is, but this is some guy, the guy that's posting it says 6:52 p.m., right? So this is after the shooting. The shooting happened, well, I don't know what time the shooting happened, but let's see what this says. This has just been brought to my attention.
Rapina a mano armata, chi è? Passa montagna, occhiali neri, e dammi soldi, cioè così è.
What does that mean? Can anyone translate that? Can anyone translate that? Is he saying, no, I'm not the guy? Can anyone translate that? Thank you. Thank you, Susan.
E dammi soldi, cioè così è. Rapina a mano armata, chi è?
Yeah, he sounds Italian.
Yeah, people are saying he sounds Italian, but if you go to his or go to his Twitter account, this is very, very strange because he's making a series. He's making a series of posts here, but his
face is being circulated everywhere, folks. That's what I'm saying. We never said this guy's the shooter. We're saying that this guy's face is being circulated everywhere. And that's another concern to folks too, because it's kind of like the Sam Hyde meme thing, right? Well, Sam Hyde is a comedian. They always use his face and everything like that. So what is this guy saying? That he's not the guy? Because if you put this Mark Violets guy in there, and he's all over the internet right now, Violets. So I'll
but it's crazy the number of conflicting reports right now.
Okay, so I'm just told,
if you go to Raw Reports on Twitter, they just posted 2 minutes ago a clip that says unconfirmed footage shows the possible shooter at the Trump rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, lying dead on the roof of a nearby building, reportedly killed by U.S. Secret Service agents. So I've seen more reports that he's killed than I have seen reports of him being arrested. So this keeps going around. Now, what I'll say, they're saying that this is a video of him on the top of a building. So when I heard these shots, I told you, I said, I think that this is a sniper rifle with a silencer. To me, that's what it sounded like. And if he's across the way on top of a building, then that would make sense. Because these didn't sound like big booming gunshots.
Yeah, but let me just, I was just told by my source that handed me that, or sent me that video, that was supposed to be the video that was posted before the shooting.
Yes.
Before the shooting. So it very well could be him, because this guy's face is being plastered everywhere, literally, at this point.
Yeah, the video, they're saying that he uploaded a video on YouTube before the attack, claiming justice was coming. So they're saying that video was put out before this. I don't know how.
See, here's a congresswoman. Here's an elect conservative commentator for the RNC in Texas, and this individual put this tweet out just a minute ago,
and it said, this is what the tweet said: today, the anti-American left Antifa supporter Mark Violets attempted to take Trump from this world in a classic form. Trump did not back down. He told us with blood running down his face, fight. So she's throwing out that name, Mark Violets. I'm just reminding the viewers that this Mark Violets name keeps coming out.
Yeah, and for some reason his name is so familiar to me. I don't know why, but his name just sounds so familiar. Anyway, so Breaking 911 just put out a report. I just sent it to you. There's a video clip. They're saying that there's 2 dead, including the shooter, at the Pennsylvania rally, according to the DA. President Trump grazed, fortunate to be alive. Law enforcement believes this was a serious attempt on the life of President Trump.
So this is no games. This is the serious as matter. Let me
spin the camera around and show that specific tweet from Breaking 911. Breaking 911, 2 dead, including shooter at PA rally. DA says Trump grazed, fortunate to be alive. Law enforcement believes this was a serious attempt on the life of the former president, Donald Trump. Biden is giving a briefing. Wow, folks. Wow. So this is serious. And like Magnolia just said, folks, Magnolia, you're saying that you heard the shooter was on a building nearby?
Yeah, I sent you I sent it over to you. Click on the tweet I sent you from Raw Alerts.
Yeah.
You can see the clip.
Okay, yeah, we're going to play this.
It's a 13-second clip.
Yeah, I'm going to play this clip. Just stand by, Magnolia. I'm going to play this clip right here. This is the clip from Raw Reports. Unconfirmed footage shows the possible shooter at the Trump rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, lying dead on the roof of a nearby building, reportedly killed by Secret Service agents.
Lá em cima, né? Aqui, ó. You can see the guy down. I think they hit him.
Wow. Okay, so they got the guy up on the building, folks. Secret Service responded. So this guy was on the building, folks, shooting down probably into a crowd of thousands at this rally. Thousands, maybe 10,000. This is a serious matter. It could have been much, much worse. It is very scary that this happened in the first place, and I'm just in shock. I might not even be saying my words right with this right now because
I know. I just told one of my friends I think I'm in shock actually, but
I mean, we got the break
yeah,
when it just happened. You and me found out when it just happened. Like we got the alerts instantly, you know, from my sources on the ground, because there's a group that I correspond with that go to these Trump rallies. They're known as the Trump Front Row Joes, and you know they're putting it out. Oh my God, chaos at the rally and everything like that. So I instantly got alerts of what was going on, and I'm like, oh my God, this is actually crazy.
Well, I said this right away. If you take that's the old saying, if you take a shot at the king, you best not miss. And he missed, and it sounds like he's dead. If the Secret Service hadn't have killed him, somebody in that rally would have. It was all over for this guy.
Yeah.
All over. I mean, even if they had arrested him and put him in custody, he wouldn't have made it through the night. You know what happened to Lee Harvey Oswald. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, if you try to shoot a president, that's your last day on earth.
I mean, people are tweeting out, regardless of how you feel, they're about Trump. This moment right here about how he put up his fist and told people to fight. They're pretty much saying the election is over.
Yeah, and we saw Elon Musk endorsed him immediately, and but that's just his spirit. I think that most people would agree he's extremely patriotic. He always has been. He really seems to care about America, and he never gives up, right? So it's inspiring for people. And in a moment like this, he's standing there with his fist in the air, blood dripping down his face, screaming, "Fight, fight, fight." The fact that that's his first reaction to possibly being shot in the head is extraordinary.
All right,
and I think everyone is seeing that now.
I have another photo that's circulating of the shooter, a different one this time here. I'm going to spin the camera around, folks, and show you what we got here. But this photo here, and it does look like the same guy. This is a tweet, and it says, per the Butler Police Department, the Trump shooter has been arrested at the scene, has been identified as Marco Violi, an Antifa member. He uploaded a video beforehand saying, "Justice is coming. Justice is coming." So it looks like this is the guy here. It's kind of a grainy photo. I don't know what the photo is behind, but they say this is the guy. This is the guy that did it. So he went up on a roof. Wow. So in these groups, these Antifa groups, don't they have meetings and stuff like that? Like, do you think if this guy is Antifa, like he was instructed by others, like others knew what he was going to do?
It's possible. Yeah, it's possible that he told people his intentions. The thing about it is when they're with each other, when they're in their own world, when they're with other people that are in Antifa, the things they say are just unbelievable. I remember, I don't know if anyone remembers, but I think it was in like 2018, something like that. There was a shooting on a baseball field where there were,
that was Steve Scalise.
The congressmen were playing
Scalise.
softball or something, and Steve Scalise was shot. And I remember that topic coming up when I was out with these people one night, and just the things they were saying about it were just unbelievable. Like,
what were they saying?
That they were really happy that the shooter did this. They were proud of him. The only thing they were upset about was that Steve wasn't killed. Like, it was just crazy talk. And this is just how they talk. They're just they don't really seem to have much regard for human life. And I think that that's a big problem that we have in society these days with a lot of young people. Everything seems like a game to them. It's like if you don't like somebody, you just take out a gun and shoot them. That seems to be the mentality a lot of times. But that's just how they think. They thought it was a shame that Steve Scalise didn't die, and they were proud of the shooter who did it. and wished that he had killed more, like that he had killed people. Like they wish this. And they just say it as if they're talking about, oh, I need to go to the store and get some paper towels. You know, just as bland and boring as that. It's like, just there's no regard for life anymore in a lot of these young people. It's crazy.
Yeah, but what are their belief systems? What do they want? What does Antifa want for this country? What do they see as America, of wanting to be America?
Well, they would prefer if the whole government was abolished completely and everything be strictly communism. That's what they want.
Communism. So
yeah. So.
But are they like who funds Antifa? Who funds them?
Well, it's, you know, they're not. Antifa is more of like an ideology than it is a specific group. There are organized parts of Antifa, like the John Brown Gun Club, also known as Redneck Revolt. You know, they're organized nationally, so they have like a national organization where the money goes to the national, and then they have different chapters and they have different groups. So they're somewhat organized, but overall, like Antifa itself, it's not like an organized group that has one person funding it. One group that we know of, Rose City Antifa, out there in the West, I believe their funding actually comes from people in Switzerland. There's a married couple in Switzerland that is kind of like their benefactor. So.
Wow. That's just wild. So I mean, is it possible at this point? I'm thinking like if it was Antifa, whoever this person. You know, they're gonna have to look and see who Trump or who this Violet's guy was corresponding with. They'd have to examine his phone because there could be other loose members out there that want to continue to do what they're doing and might take it out on the next politician, not just Trump. Somebody else could be next. People could be next. I mean, is this a beginning of a plot here, or is this just a one-time isolated incident of what happened?
I mean, I don't know, but I'll just guessing. I would say that he could have just done this on his own. Something may have inspired him to do this. Mm-hmm. It's hard to believe that they would have like an organized group that would plan something like this. To me, that seems a little bit of a stretch. I'd say maybe he was more inspired on his own for some reason. But you pointed out earlier the rhetoric that's been going around lately. You know, people take those words seriously sometimes.
Are we talking about the words that Biden said that there's a bullseye on them?
A bullseye?
Yeah, in reference to Biden's statement just a couple days ago.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, that's one example. And you see a lot of people online nowadays that glorify violence, and it's a problem. And they're, you know, wishing death on people and different things like that. Yeah, I guess some people in the chat think that this is some sort of elaborate plot. I don't think that we can say that at this point. We don't have enough information to say that. We can only go off what we know. And what we know so far is reports are this guy, Mark Violets, did this. So as for right now, he's the shooter. And until we have more information, I'm not going to sit here and say it's a plot. Sorry to people in the chat who want me to say that. I'm not going to say that. So I'm going to say what I'm basing on reports that I see, based on my experience in Antifa. I know how these people are. They, you know, sometimes one thing that they all have in common that I noticed, like no matter what group I was in, they pretty much all have in common that they are outcasts. They have experienced rejection in their lives. A lot of times they come from broken homes, They don't have good influences around them. They don't have a supportive family. They possibly were bullied in school. And so joining a group like Antifa, becoming a part of something like that, makes them feel like they belong somewhere. And a lot of times that's how people get into these groups. And, you know, it happens with cults too. Sometimes people that are attracted to a cult are the most vulnerable. They're people who maybe don't have support in their life, things like that. And so they're looking for a place to belong, and it gives them a sense of belonging. And that's how a lot of them end up in these groups. And when they go out and they do these actions, they call them direct actions, spicy actions, where they go and, you know, confront people, do violence, whatever they do. You know, that gives them a feeling of power, like they're fighting back against oppression and things like that. So that's kind of why they do a lot of the things with the violence, and, you know, they're trying to take some type of control. So, you know, this guy could have had a death wish. Maybe he was depressed. Maybe he's just sick of everything. He just couldn't take it anymore and decided he was going to have his moment today.
They're trying to say right now the guy's real name is possibly Marco Viola. Marco Viola. That's what people are saying.
Not Violets?
Well, they're saying he's an Italian, and he's an Italian.
Oh, so Viola would be like his real or his Italian name?
Possibly. Who is, it's the name they're putting out there, and I'm going to show you his photo. Marco Viola. So that's the name being thrown out there. I'm looking at it right now. Marco Viola. So again, folks, this is the photo of the individual that they believe is responsible. Marco Viola right here. That's what they're saying. Again, this is unconfirmed, but it's the face here, aka Mark Violet, an Antifa member.
Show the picture that I just sent you.
Okay.
AP got an incredible shot of Trump on the ground.
Oh wow! Look at this photo, folks. Yeah, keep the photos coming, Magnolia. Look at this.
I'm sorry. It's Getty. It's Anna Moneymaker from Getty Images got that.
Wow! Look at that, folks. Wow, this is him on the ground after he fell to the ground. Secret Service put him down on the ground and was shielding him. You can see blood on the former president's face from a gunshot wound. Wow, this is awful. This is wow. This came from where, Magnolia?
This is Anna Moneymaker, is the photographer with Getty Images.
Yeah, Getty Images. Unbelievable, folks. Unbelievable. Yeah, that's a big deal.
So what else have you been learning, Magnolia, with this? What's you're really good at getting the info. Here's some more photos here. I want to show you some photos right here that's again circulating. Again, I do not know if this is the guy itself, but people are saying that they're using, they're his photos are being circulated all over the internet. So, if it's not him,
yeah, it's so weird because he just looks like. So this one group I was in out in North Carolina, the leader of the group was actually a local attorney in town. It was like this small town, and this guy reminds me of him. It's weird.
A local attorney, huh?
Yeah, he was the local attorney, and he held their Antifa meetings in his office, in his attorney's office. So Amuse, I don't know if y'all follow this account on Twitter. It's a pretty big account. Amuse posted a few minutes ago.
Here, send it and I'll share it. Send it in the chat.
Shooter deceased. Yeah, hang on. Let's see. Do we actually have confirmation from any authorities? It says shooter deceased, 2 audience members shot, one of them died, one in critical condition. Trump survived, and they're saying
Biden must
Well,
apologize.
they're calling him a Biden-inspired shooter. I don't think you can really say that at this stage, but that's what this person is saying anyway.
Yeah, but Biden put out that statement, the bullseye statement, you know? I mean, is he just speaking like a lot of times the people in positions of power, they're responsible for their words because they have influence. People have influence with their words, and you can really, they call it dog whistling, whatever. Okay, I got another interview here. We're going to play another interview. Stay with me, Magnolia. We're going to play an interview right here with someone else that attended the rally, and we're going to get an understanding. This comes right here, folks. So this here says...
Someone who was here, you weren't inside the event, but you were just outside. Tell us what you saw and why.
So we had a party here all day, and you can see behind us the Brinkles Farming Greenhouse here. We had a party, and we all decided, hey, you know, when we hear Trump up there, we're going to walk up through the field, stand by the trees up there under the shade, and watch and listen to the rally. Right? We couldn't see them, but we could hear them. So we walked up, and probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, you know. But we noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, you know, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? You know, like they didn't know what was going on. You know, we're like, hey, right here on the roof, we can see him from right here. We see him. You know, he's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for, 2 or 3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots rang out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%. 100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up there.
You saw him up there for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling the police and the Secret Service?
We were telling the police. We were pointing at them for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see
binoculars?
Could they see him?
Probably not, because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind where they could see. But why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here? I mean, this is not a big place.
Did you see, obviously everyone, when the shooting started, everyone was very panicked. Did you see what happened to him at all?
Oh yeah, they blew his head off.
Okay, sorry.
Secret Service blew his head off.
Okay, just be careful because we don't quite know who's watching, but you're pretty sure they shot the guy?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Yep.
You saw that happen?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And did you see them go up to him afterwards, or?
They crawled up on the roof. They had their guns pointed at him, make sure he was dead. He was dead, and that was it. It was over.
It's incredibly shocking.
The guy was on the roof right there. You can see the white roof right there.
Did you get a look at him? Could you?
No, other than he was in muted colors, tan type clothing. We saw the rifle flinging around as he was trying to crawl. I mean, we saw the rifle, 100%.
Do you know about guns? Do you know what kind of weapon it was?
Oh, I absolutely know about guns, for sure. No, I mean, it was a rifle of some sort. I wouldn't know, I wasn't close enough to read the label on it, but it was a rifle of some sort. Yeah, absolutely.
So how do you process what you've just seen?
I don't know what to say, man. All I'll tell you is, if I walked up close to there with anything that Secret Service considered a problem, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you right now. But I don't know why a guy who we're standing there pointing now to police and Secret Service is crawling up the roof.
Are you outside the security perimeter?
Yes, right there by that tree. We're outside the security perimeter. But my question is, there's only a few buildings around here. Why is Secret Service not at every building here?
Well, there's a whole bunch of questions, I think, that are going to come.
There's a whole bunch of questions.
Yeah.
Trump flying on the horse? Yes, she was right in front of me. She kept going back and forth right in front of me. Yes.
Tell us about her.
I mean, nice horse, nice lady running with a flag. seemed very, patriotic.
But what's the significance of that?
No, he asked me if I saw a horse.
Okay. All right, well, listen, I'm sorry you had to witness that. That was a terrible thing.
Wow. So that's a witness, folks, who said he saw the shooter climb. Did you hear that, Magnolia?
He saw the shooter climb where?
He saw the shooter climb up the building with a rifle. And he tried to flag the police, he said. He said, police. And the guy was able to get some shots off. And then he said the Secret Service blew his head off.
Wow. Yeah, I see a tweet from Matt Couch from a few minutes ago. He said that President Trump has been admitted to the hospital for observation.
Observation. Do they know which hospital?
Well, I mean, they're in Butler. There could only probably be one hospital up there. I doubt there's that many hospitals.
Or they send him.
I used to live near Butler for a while. I lived in Clarion, which is about an hour and a half away from there. So I used to go to Butler all the time.
Yeah.
Let's see what their hospital is.
Yeah, see what the local hospital is. But yeah, this is just, folks, this is very, very bad. And,
Yeah, Butler Memorial Hospital is going to be the hospital in that area.
Butler Memorial Hospital?
One hospital away, Butler, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Butler Memorial.
Yeah, so this...
Yeah, it's unbelievable because if you look, there's one picture that I sent you that's very close up. I'll send it again. It's a very close shot. It almost looks like he took a bullet right into his ear.
Into his ear? Man, that was eerie close. Yeah, send it through and then we'll show it.
Yeah, look at this one. If you just pull that up and kind of zoom it in.
Yeah, we're going to spin the camera.
Does it not look?
No, he definitely got hit in the ear. What do you guys think? Ear? I mean, look at that. That's definitely an ear shot. And it's like as if ear and then wow, man.
But look at the top of his ear.
Yeah,
Does that not look like a bullet went in his head?
Yeah.
Like, I mean.
Wow, folks.
Somebody said deflected from his bulletproof hair.
Yeah. Wow.
Unbelievable. No, it looks
so
like...
do the rallies continue, or do you think he'll rally again? Something tells me he'll be back out there rallying. Something just tells me that. That's what's crazy about this whole situation. You would think, this would shut it down and he'd just stay put. But man, something just tells me the way I seen him get up, like they were escorting him away, and he's like, wait. He told the Secret Service wait, so he could put his fist up, and cheer to the crowd and tell them to fight.
Yeah.
Wow, folks.
Yeah, it's shocking. I mean, it's unbelievable. We worried that something like this could happen eventually. Here we are.
Has there been a press conference? Any press conference out there that we're aware of that happened?
I haven't seen anything like that. I think it would probably be, well, who would do the press conference?
Oh, it would be law enforcement. Somebody's going to give a press conference somewhere. It would be a law enforcement. It'd be law enforcement, wouldn't it? Because remember, folks, there was someone else that lost.
No, I mean, what agency? Butler PD or Secret Service, or like what agency would be doing a press conference?
Any of them. Local police, sheriffs, state police.
All of the above?
The governor, but the governor, politics a lot. The governor, in that state is a Democrat. So I don't know if a governor would speak about this. Somebody with a press conference. Somebody should give a press conference. Here, I'm going to show you the full. Here, let me get this out here. Let me see if I can get this. Again, this is the event that happened today. Magnolia, I'm going to send this to you. If you could copy this and send it and put it in the chat. This is a longer version of the full version. If you can do that. Here, I'll send that to you right now. I appreciate your insight, Magnolia. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, so Magnolia shared a little bit about her experience with Antifa. I can say covering the Antifa
Antifa events. It's a violent group. I was covering Charlottesville, and I got attacked in the street. I got maced. I got hit with a stick. I put footage out there when I was there. Used to do, document the battles between the far right and the far left and everything like that, being in the streets. It seems like, folks, that it is an Antifa person that did this. It seems like that everybody keeps putting this Violets guy out there, trying to get more information. Magnolia sent me that video, so let me share you a fuller clip of today. It's about 2-minute video, so we're gonna watch this together again, folks.
You see something that said, take a look at what happened. Oh.
When you're ready, on you. Ready? Move! Up, move! Go! Up. Hawkeye's here. Hawkeye's here, move to the stair. Stair, get ready. You ready? Out. Shooters out. Are we good? Shooters down. Are we good to move? Clear! We're clear! Let's move! We're clear! I got you, sir. Let me get my shoes, sir. Hold it in your head. It's bloody. So we gotta move to the bus. Let me get my shoes. Watch out. Wait.
Wow. And he gets taken back he gets immediately taken into a vehicle. They pulled a vehicle up. Yep. Wow, folks. Wow. We never expected that in our lifetime. I mean, the last time the president actually attempted to, they shot Reagan, right? Hinckley, right? Reagan, and he lived. Magnolia is sending me more information. Okay, here we got some information, folks. According to the news here, Biden is going to give a statement. Biden to deliver remarks to nation after apparent assassination attempt on Trump. So Biden's going to be giving a statement. We'll if we're here, we'll listen to it and understand. It should be shortly. It has to be shortly. It has to be now. It should be now. So the president of the United States is giving a statement. We were just talking about who would give that press conference. There you have it. It's going up to the top. I wonder what Biden would say. Biden should say no violence whatsoever. We don't support violence. We don't support this. No matter how you feel about an individual, there's no to violence. There's total no to violence. Yeah, keep it coming, Magnolia. If you fill me in on information as we go, I'm trying to gather information and try to get real time here. I'm trying to get the identity of the other person also too that was hit, killed, because another person got killed. So apparently the shooter, the Secret Service, according to that person that was interviewed, that they shot back at him. I'm assuming it's Secret Service, but somebody shot the shooter, and the shooter's gone. But there's someone else that lost their lives. Someone else lost their life here. So. And here's what they're saying. Someone already made this where the shooter was that attempted to take. Here you go. Here's what they're saying. It came from the grassy knoll. The guy was up on a. Let me see. The grassy knoll. It's the grassy knoll here. So, yeah, the grassy knoll here. It was a building. Let me. The grassy knoll, Butler, Pennsylvania. Let me do something here. I'm going to get it on the map. The grassy knoll. Bear with me here. The grassy knoll. We're going to see We're going to see what the grassy knoll is. The grassy knoll Butler. The grassy knoll Butler. Butler, PA. What do we got? What do we got? The grassy knoll. I don't know if it's maps. Maps. The grassy knoll. Okay, so is this where the Trump rally was? On Evans, right off Evans City. They're trying to say that this is the grassy knoll. So here it is. Here's the map.
And apparently he was on a building. He climbed up a building. The grassy knoll. This is Butler, Pennsylvania. It's right outside. It's just west of Butler. Butler, downtown Butler's here. The grassy knoll. And here is north of Pittsburgh, just to give you guys a general idea of where this location is. Let's zoom in to the grassy knoll. So the guy climbed up on one of these buildings here, right off of Whitestown Road and Evans City Road. Assuming the venue was probably around here somewhere, right? A venue right in here. So this guy, you know, if he did, and it appears he came up the building, this probably building here was probably outside the perimeter where you have to go in with, you know, go through metal detectors going into the rally. It's usually surrounded by fencing and metal detectors, but it looks like outside, folks. Probably the buildings are on the outside, and this guy used an opportunity, a vulnerable opportunity, a vulnerability in the area, whatever like that. So this could have been, folks, some plotting and planning going on here, where this guy, you know, put out there. Now I'm getting more information. Oh man, okay. Look at this. This is a tweet that's out. Let me show you what's going on here. Biden speaking now. All right, Magnolia, find me the clip, or find me Biden, so we can listen to him. If you can find me a Biden right now. People are saying Biden. Look at this. Look at this right here. Find me where he's speaking so we can listen to it, and I can put it on. If you're there, Biden. Let me see Biden. Let me see if I can find it. Put it in the chat, and we'll get Biden if he's speaking. Is he speaking? Where is he? Where is he? Hello. Where are you at, Mr. Biden? Where are you at? People are saying that he's speaking. I don't see him right now. Is he addressing the nation? Biden. Let me see, Biden. Let me go on Facebook here and see if I can find. Can't find right now. I do not see anything on him. Yes, he is on. He's on. Looking. I do not see it. Anybody know where Biden is? Anyone know what? It's on CNN. It's on CNN. Bear with me, folks. If Magnolia, if you could find me the link, I'd appreciate that. I'm trying to find this. Okay, here we go. I got something, folks. Got something. All right, here we go. We're coming on. We're going to listen to Biden. Okay, here's the stream here. That's on here, so it's not on yet. It's about to speak, and we're going to listen to it. We're going to listen to see what they say, but it's not on yet. Okay, so we're on standby. So as soon as he's on, we will share this together and share what's happening. But I don't see him. Man, this is wild. So he's going to address the nation. Yeah, he's going to address the nation shortly. So we'll play as soon as it's on. So just bear with me. What in the world happened in Butler, Pennsylvania? What is the President of the United States going to say about this? Hopefully the president, says say no to violence and quell down, because here's another thing we haven't even considered. There's a lot of diehard Trump supporters out there. He has a big following. Trump has a huge following, and there could be people out there seeking retribution, revenge, and that sort of deal. A tit for tat. So we got to be very careful here. To kind of calm it down here, because we don't know what this is about. People already said Biden he's already done. Biden spoke for all 30 seconds. He spoke? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's listen to Joe Biden, what he has to say Thanks for sharing that. Okay. Why only speak for 30 seconds? Let's see.
I've been thoroughly briefed. Come on, folks.
Was the security failing, Mr. President?
Okay, so I think he said the appropriate thing right there. There's no no political violence. No political violence. I do think he said the appropriate thing that should be said. What's your thoughts on what he said? I think what he's trying to do is gather more information and get more information before he says. He has an opinion, and in the opinion, it's just like all of our opinions. This was an assassination attempt. Let's be real. That's what happened. In return, the guy that did this lost his life. They shot him. So it's nobody just doing this for giggles and laughs. You know, this is a serious matter. Secret Service. You know, there's a photo out there of the guy. It's very graphic. Unfortunately, I'm not going to show it here. But the guy is on the roof. Apparently, law enforcement shot back at this person and killed him instantly because you heard these shots. Bing, boom, 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 boom. And then you heard a series of other shots as it's going down. We'll play it again for people that are just coming in the chat. We'll play this again.
You see something that said, take a look at what happened.
When you're ready, on you. Ready? Move! Up, move! Go! Hawkeye's here. Hawkeye's here, move to the stand. Get ready. We ready? We good? Shooter's down. Are we good to move? We're clear. Let's move. We're clear. Let me get my shoes. I got you. Let me get my shoes. Hold on, your head is bloody. So we gotta move to the box. Let me get my shoes. Watch out. Wait.
Going to his vehicle. Man, wow. What a moment, right? What a moment in the history books, literally in the history books. Let's see what else is circulating. If you know any information is worth sharing, please do. I'm going to try to get the information on the individual that they say is responsible. I got to remember his name again that they're putting out there. Now, again, we don't know this as a statement of facts. Mark Violets, a.k.a. Marco Violi, Violi, Marco Violi. This could be the shooter. Let's see here. I'm going to put it in again and just see what else is circulating as we go forward here to see. Yeah, there's basically no mainstream media as yet. Now, what is this? What is this, folks? Let me see what this is here. Yeah.
Nessuno. Sono io che mi escludo da...
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. These people put this guy's face out there. I just don't know. I just don't know. Any information on the other attendee? Any information on the other attendee? Let's see what else we got here. Any other information out there that we could share that can kind of bring insight to this situation? This is whoever took this photograph here is probably going to win an award. Literally, whoever took the photograph is going to win the reward. Yeah, we tried our best to give you the coverage thus far, but I can't see what else is actually circulating on this matter until we get more information on this. But yeah, just a wild scene. Again, we'll show this photo again. This is an epic photo here too. This is Trump on the ground after this happened. We played Biden. JLR, check BBC News. Let's see what's on BBC News. Let's see what BBC News is. Let's see what BBC. A lot of people are at the rally, as far as media outlets, so they'll be able to interview attendees. I'm gonna go to YouTube. I'm gonna go to BBC News and see BBC News, BBC, and see what we got here with the BBC to see who's there. Here's something here. Let me see what this is.
I want to buy your...
Let's see. We got an interview. So let's see what this interview says and try to get information. Here we go, folks. We got this right now. All right. So here's, according to BBC News, we're going to play this clip right here. So something, we're going to see what this is here.
Hearing reports that shots have been fired at this President Trump rally. Now, this is taking place in Pennsylvania. We understand that the former president has just been bundled into one of those cars. Of course, all former presidents have a massive Secret Service detail with them at all times. You can see there lots of emergency vehicles and cars that are whizzing away from there. Now, President Trump was due to address supporters at this presidential rally. It's in Pennsylvania. Now, this is the swing state that he won in 2016, but was defeated there by Joe Biden 4 years later. This all comes ahead of the Republicans' National Convention, which is scheduled to start on Monday. This is when it is likely that Donald Trump will name who his pick is as running mate for the presidential election in November. Now, we understand that, as I said, Secret Service agents escorted him to a vehicle. We are also hearing that he was seen raising a fist in the air as he got into the car. So if you are just joining us, the breaking news is that shots have been fired at a Trump rally in Pennsylvania. Donald Trump was due to address those supporters. I'm not sure if he'd actually gone onto the stage or not at the time, but you can see that there is a lot of activity there from the security services, and they have taken former President Donald Trump away. Secret Service, of course, with Donald Trump at all times of the day, 24 hours a day, as with all former presidents and, of course, the current president, President Biden. You can see that the situation, the people there are quite calm. There's not a lot of panic at that rally at the moment. So it certainly hasn't been lots of people running. So the security services obviously jumped into operation very quick there. But President Trump, former President Trump, taken away from that rally in Pennsylvania by the security services, the Secret Service. We can see there that the crowd are quite calm. What I can now show you is the moment that this happened. So there he is on stage. So there you can see the moment that that shot was fired. Donald Trump came to the ground and is surrounded by the security services that you can see there. What I am going to do now is we're going to cross live to our colleagues in Washington for the very latest on this, as shots have been fired at the Donald Trump rally in Pennsylvania. You can see the Secret Service and armed police coming up onto that stage. Let's cross to our colleagues in Washington.
And all of a sudden, from my left, we heard a bunch of shots and people started running towards us. So we just took off. People were, running, tripping, falling, and we just ran until we were across the street behind the building.
Did you see anyone hit at all?
No, but I spoke with my mom on the phone, and I think, from what I understand, they got him. I don't know.
We can't confirm at all.
But
Could you tell where the shooting was coming from? Was it
was
from the
coming
crowd or from outside of the crowd?
I think it was like one of these buildings back here.
Right. So you think it was coming from higher up, possibly?
Behind the fences, yeah.
Okay. And what was the atmosphere like in the crowd at that moment when it started?
Panic.
Did people start running?
Yeah.
Right.
And they were
Very
running and tripping over each other, and yeah.
Yeah. And do you know, did the police move in pretty quickly?
From what I saw, yeah. There were police officers in the field, like right beyond the fence, and they took off immediately, so.
Okay. And what's the situation in there now? You've just been there a few moments ago. What's the situation look like in there when you left?
People are leaving.
Right.
I'm sure they...
Oh, hold on, folks. So Mark Violets might be the wrong guy because now things are starting to circulate. It could have been a hoax because now the New York Post is posting the gunman. The New York Post has now just put out, folks, that the gunman to be behind the assassination attempt is a Chinese man. They're saying that it's a Chinese man. The shooter is identified as a Chinese man. This is coming from the Post. That's why we always want to get verified news sources. But they're saying a Chinese man. Chinese man is the shooter. So it's not that Mark guy. And people are now starting to delete their tweets that I'm noticing. Again, we never said, but people are saying it was a Chinese man. So, and then here's a map. Here's I want to show you something else, folks. I want to show you something right here. This is the area, right? This is the scene. Trump was here giving a rally. This is the field where, all the spectators are there. He's on stage and the shooter came from here and the shooter shot down. The shooter shot down at him and hit him. So here's what you got here. This is what they're posting out there. This is wild stuff, folks. Again, fluid situation. We throw out what people say. We don't say anything as far as statements of fact. Everything on here is speculation and what is being put out there. Over time, everything will iron itself out. But this Mark guy, it doesn't look like it's him. And now the news is reporting Chinese. Now, let me get some more information. Let me get some more information here. Let me put the photo up because we're going to keep this up as we learn more about who the shooter is. Because we want to get a positive identification. Trump, I'm just going to put in Trump Chinese. So the Post is saying a Chinese. Okay, so the South China, let's see. Chinese shooter. What's going on here? Now, if it's a Chinese shooter, then we got to understand what is going on here. Is this a worldwide assassination attempt? Now we can speculate even more. Like, if it's somebody that's Chinese of Chinese, I mean, is this a political hit job? Is this assassin sent from another country to come into the United States? JLR, you blamed Antifa. Well, Antifa is violent anyway, so yeah. I'm putting out what people are putting out. Absolutely. I don't like Antifa as is anyway. They're not good people. Just like I don't like far right either. I don't like far right. I don't like far left. I'm kind of like in the middle ground. I would say my political leanings is probably about 51% Republican. I'm an independent, right? Do support Trump. I do support Trump, right? And I also do support whoever the president is. You have to respect whoever the president is. And that's my position. And it's subject to change. It's subject to change, right? But that's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. We want to find out what in the world happened here. We want to find out what happened here because people are still saying Antifa. People are still saying Antifa. If we go here, they say Trump, Antifa. People are saying Antifa did this, an Antifa member, Antifa. So that keeps coming out. But this guy that they had photographed earlier, his name is like, he's like no longer, like, they're like, people with accounts are deleting tweets on this guy right here. So Chinese. So let's go back to the BBC report here and see what happened here and what transpired here. There was a witness speaking about what happened.
They got him off stage.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Okay, Paige. Well, you take care when you sorry you've had to witness that. So, Carl, the situation very, very unclear at the moment about what has happened. Someone mentioned, and we have no reason to back this up. We have no facts to back this up, that there may have been some snipers outside of the crowd. We don't know whether that's true or not. Someone else shouted as they went by, they think they got him, but we don't know any of those facts yet. We're waiting to see. A very, very confused situation. But it does seem very clear that at Donald Trump's final rally before the Royal Republican National Convention, there does seem to have been some kind of pretty serious shooting incident here. And the crowds, the speech has stopped, Donald Trump is off stage, the police and the military are involved, and people are leaving the scene, and everyone is obviously clearly very worried about what's happening.
Gary, I was able to see, we were watching, of course, as these things played out. We had a live shot of your camera. We were able to see you sort of taking cover. I just want to ask you, what did you hear when you were there? How loud were those shots? Did you have a sense of kind of what was happening? You were outside, we should say, of that actual rally.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to say. I was standing sort of with the rally sort of ahead of me to the left, and I could hear the shots happening.
Have some respect.
I could hear the shots happening. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me.
Have some
Excuse me,
respect.
We're telling
There's people that lost lives. Have some respect.
We're telling the public what's happening. They have a right to know.
Have some respect.
The public have a right to know what's happening. We have respect. People have a right to know. Okay, so what I heard, Carl, was probably a couple of 100 meters away, a rapid number of shots, possibly 6 or 8 shots. It's difficult to tell the number, but it was clearly gunfire. And that's all we know at this stage. We don't know. Clearly, there may well have been people injured. Clearly, the speech has stopped. Donald Trump has been taken off stage. But the facts are very, very unclear at the moment.
Gary, stay with us here. I just want to bring our audience a bit more information that we're getting in, and this is coming from the AFP news agency. It says that Donald Trump was seen with blood on his ear as he was removed from the rally stage. It doesn't mean that we know that, of course, he was struck by any gunfire. That could have been, we saw that moment that the president went down to the stage. That could have been from that moment. Again, that report coming in from the AFP news agency. And just to bring our viewers up to date, this is just developing at a rally in Pennsylvania. This is a Trump rally where we have heard reports from Reuters that shots have been fired. We heard there from our correspondent, Gary O'Donoghue, that he was able to hear those shots. Bystanders also hearing several shots fired. And I believe we can see that moment now when this all took place. Let's take a look at that.
How to open your car door while submerged underwater. A fatal construction flaw in all recent automobiles.
Commercials. Oops. Sorry, folks. Trying to get this in real time. So Chinese. That's what they're saying. Chinese. So we're going to get more information. Give me 1 second. I'm getting this info here. Let me get this here. So basically, let me see this article here. Gunman behind assassination on Trump shot and killed by Secret Service sources. So what they're saying here, and I got all kinds of people sending me all types of info. I got people sending me info. That's why you hear all the things buzzing. Gunman behind attempted assassination on Trump shot and killed by Secret Service. So Secret Service is the one that did it. Here, I believe, is not the shooter. This is what we showed earlier. I think this was someone that got hit. So what this is saying, the New York Post is saying, the gunman believed to have been behind the attempted assassination attempt was shot and killed by Secret Service. The shooter, identified as a Chinese man,
was in a sniper position located hundreds of yards away from Trump's podium in Butler, PA. Oh my God, folks. This is going to cause serious international problems if it's from somebody from China. If it's somebody from China, this is bad, man. This is bad. This is very, very bad. Again, we said earlier, Antifa, I don't know. I don't know. Here we go. I'm not even going to show this. I'm not even going to show these graphic stuff. There's a lot of graphic stuff out there. So we got to be just careful and sensitive, right, to what's out there. But we're trying to get the name of the individual. That's what I'm working on. I'm working on getting the name of the shooter. Who is the name of the shooter? Here's another, let me see. What's this? Witness describes shooting at Trump rally. Here we go. Oh, we already saw this one. There's clips out there being circulated. Magnolia, did you learn anything in the if you could let me know in the chat if there's the name of the individual who did this, that would be good to know. Here's another photograph that they're putting out there. JLR investigates. So for people that are coming in, I'll show you again what happened today. This just happened a little after 6 p.m. after Trump took the stage in Butler, PA. He was about 5 to 10 minutes into he was about 5 or 10 minutes into the mix here when this happened. People want to hear the redheaded guy again. People in the chat are saying they want to hear the witness about the climbing. So let me go back and find it. So bear with me. I'm going to get this interview where someone saw the individual going up the side of the wall and going up into, I'm going to find this. As soon as I find this, nope. I'm going to find this clip again. Stay with me because there's a clip here where the guy gives an interview and he shares specifically what happened. So bear with me. Okay, here we go. This is the one right here. This is the one. Magnolia, I'm going to send this to you. If you could copy this and play, if you could copy this right here, Magnolia, and just put it back in the chat. We'll play the clip of the guy, the witness. We got a witness that gave very wild stuff about what happened. Apparently he saw the guy climb up the wall and he tried to flag down police, and he saw the guy with a rifle, and then the guy, by the time police got involved, whatever like that, the shots automatically started going off. So I'm getting a copy of this clip right now, and then I will play it for all of you. We'll play it, so bear with me here. It'll be coming up in a moment. So President Biden spoke. Will members of the House or Senate, will individuals there speak? Remains to be seen. Where's that clip, Magnolia? If you could get that, it's right there. Sent. Get an understanding. Everybody's sending me messages with all types of information now. So we got this. Okay, I got it. Here we go. All right, folks. Here's the clip. Here is the clip. It's right here.
Someone who was here. You weren't inside the event.
Okay, here we go.
You were just outside. Tell us what you.
I'm going to turn the volume up because the volume's a little bit down.
Someone who was here. You weren't inside the event. Nope. But you were just outside. Tell us what you saw.
So we had a party here all day. You can see behind us at the Brickles Farming Greenhouse here. We had a party, and we all decided, hey, when we hear Trump up there, we're going to walk up through the field, stand by the trees out there under the shade, and and listen to the rally. Right? We couldn't see him, but we could hear him. So we walked up, and probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, but we noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, oh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling. And 3 minutes, Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots rang out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%. 100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up
You
there.
saw him up there for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling the police and the Secret Service?
We were telling the police. We were pointing at them for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see
binoculars?
Could they see it?
Probably not, because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind where they could see. But why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here? I mean, this is not a big place.
Did you see, I mean, obviously everyone, when the shooting started, everyone was very panicked. Did you see what happened to him at all?
Oh yeah, they blew his head off.
Okay, sorry.
Secret Service blew his head off.
Okay, just be careful because we don't quite know who's watching, but you're pretty sure they shot the guy?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Yep.
You saw that happen?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And did you see them go up to him afterwards, or?
They crawled up on the roof. They had their guns pointed at him, make sure he was dead. He was dead, and that was it. It was over.
That's incredibly shocking.
The guy was on the roof right there. You could see the white roof right there.
Did you get a look at him? Could you?
No, other than he was in muted colors, tan type clothing. We saw the rifle flinging around as he was trying to crawl. I mean, we saw the rifle, 100%.
Do you know about guns? Do you know what kind of weapon it was?
Oh, I absolutely know about guns, for sure. No, I mean, it was a rifle of some sort. I wouldn't know, I wasn't close enough to read the label on it, but it was a rifle of some sort. Yeah, absolutely.
So how do you process what you've just seen?
I don't know what to say, man. All I'll tell you is, if I walked up close to there with anything that Secret Service considered a problem, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you right now. But I don't know why a guy who we're standing there pointing out to police and Secret Service is crawling up the roof. Yes, right there by that tree. We were outside the security perimeter. But my question is, there's only a few buildings around here. Why is Secret Service not on every building here?
Well, there's a whole bunch of questions, I think, that are going to come.
There's a whole bunch of questions.
Yeah.
Yes, she was right in front of me. She kept going back and forth right in front of me. Yes.
Tell us about her.
I mean, nice horse, nice lady running with a flag. Seemed very, patriotic.
But what's the significance of her?
No, he asked me if I saw a horse.
Okay. All right, well, listen, I'm sorry you had to witness that. It was a terrible thing. And you should stay safe with your family and
gotcha.
Thanks for your time.
Man.
Wow. Did you hear that? Now, folks, people are calling for the Secret Service to resign. Head of the Secret Service, even Elon Musk. News reports here, according to Bricks News, 538,000 followers on Twitter, and they are calling for Elon Musk. Elon Musk calls for the head of the Secret Service and the leader of Trump's security detail to resign after he was shot at a campaign rally. So, wow, people are calling for the resignation. This is big, folks. This is really, really big news here, and quite terrifying. But at the end of the day, whether you like Trump or not, it's good to hear that he is okay, right? He's okay. He's alive. He's okay. But man, never in the wildest. I mean, but here's the thing about this, though. All this, political climate in the last few years, this is not shocking, right? This is not shocking. It's not shocking, right? People kind of suspected something like this would happen on either side at one point. That's just how divisive it is. But again, as soon as we get an understanding of who the shooter is, we will share on JLR Investigates. And man, this is not the route, man. Pray for this country. Pray for the United States of America. And we'll try to get some more information. I'll come back on in a bit, folks. JLR Investigates. Thanks for watching this particular segment. Thanks for watching, everyone. And I will be back later. Magnolia's sending one more thing. Let's see. Oh, we got a statement from Trump. Statement from Trump. Stand by, folks. Statement from Trump. Statement from Trump. Here we go. Trump put out this statement right here, folks. And in this statement, he says, we're reading this for the first time. I want to thank the United States Secret Service and all of law enforcement for their rapid response on the shooting that just took place in Butler, Pennsylvania. Most importantly, I want to extend my condolences to the family of the person at the rally who was killed, and also to the family of another person that was badly injured. It is incredible that such an act can take place in our country. Nothing is known at this time about the shooter, who is now dead. I was shot with a bullet that pierced the upper part of my right ear. I knew immediately that something was wrong in that I heard a whizzing sound, shots, and immediately felt the bullet ripping through the skin. Much bleeding took place. So I realized then what was happening. God bless America. There you go. Statement from Trump. He's sending condolences to the victims. 2 people apparently got injured, and he's giving thanks to the law enforcement, Secret Service for their rapid response. Man, this is wild, folks. This is wild. So we were getting this in real time. I think I was one of the very first people up on YouTube to put this out there. That's how we roll on JLR Investigates. Breaking news in real time, fluid, and we'll dissect and go through this. And when I get more information, I will share with all of you. Thanks for watching, everyone. JLR Investigates. Hit that sub button, hit the notification button. Praying for peace. Praying for peace, for sure. We cover true crime 24/7, 365 on this channel. Let me know what you think in the comments. We'll talk soon. Thanks for watching. JLR Investigates, everyone. Please be safe.